speak. Do you spend a little too much? Did you spend a little too much this holiday season? Or maybe, you know what, your small business needs a little extra boost. Well, if you have some items of value, guess what? David Goldstein of Biltmore Loan, he can help. So for those who don't know what Biltmore Loan and Jewelry does, what exactly do you do?
We are an asset-based lender. Basically, 100 years ago, we called it pawn. And pawn was a unsophisticated, the beginnings of dirty, with a bad connotation, kind of the segue to banking. And we used to go in and say, we have this product, how much can I borrow on it? And we would do that. Well, today we've kind of evolved that, and pawn, I don't think, in my opinion, has evolved like most things. So consequently, that's our concept. Taking pawn into the 2000s.
Take it into this millennium.
Into the new millennium.
So when somebody has something what they think might be of value, what is it that you want them to do?
You know, we have 2 locations. We ask them to please, if possible, to try to give us a picture, any description they may have, to try to expedite the situation. Most things we're very well versed in.
Okay.
We have an expert staff in a vast array of products, where most pawn shops are really very limited to what they use. We try to be out-of-the-box thinkers and try to get out there and think, what could it be? It could be silver, it could be jewelry, it could be art, it could be glassware, it could be collectibles, antiques, art.
And this is a much more, as you had mentioned to me earlier, it's a much more sophisticated transaction, as in going into some sort, like you would say, a pawn shop. This is where, but there's 2 different options here for people. I could bring in my item and actually sell it to you if I choose, because I might need the money. The holidays are here, got some debts to pay off, but maybe I love that item so much I don't want to let it go. How does that work?
So you could then take a short-term bridge loan, and that's what we're set up for. So it isn't really about that it's more sophisticated. It's quite simple, it's quite easy. It's just giving an environment and professional people, not just buyers who are just paid an hourly employee rate, where they just buy.
Because what you also offer is expertise. You know, if we look at some of the items that you've brought in today and look across here, and I know, David, you've been doing this business for a very long time. You yourself, an expert in watches, especially, I know it's your passion, and fine jewelry. You can look at something almost instantaneously and know the value.
And that's what we try to do, is try to bring that professional expertise to people. You know, I mean, we look at these gold charms over here.
Which blew my mind.
Right, and I was just telling you the story how this woman came in, and these were beautiful antique charms that were on a non-gold bracelet that was worthless, and she didn't know. She thought they were all just costume jewelry, and what we were able to do is bring a significant value to them.
But I would have thought the same thing, you know, because they're not heavy.
Correct.
And that's the thing that I think it's important for people to pay attention to, is that if you don't know, you should ask.
Let us be your expert.
Got it.
That's what we do. We're professionals at whether it's buying something from you or doing a short-term bridge loan or lending on something. If it's a fine brand or a better piece, that's our expertise. We will pay a higher loan to value or a higher value for it to buy it.
All right, David always says, you know what, if you're not sure, you should shop around. Okay, here's what you can do. As David mentioned, send a photo of the item that you're looking to loan on or perhaps sell, and any information that you can provide to info@biltmoreloan.com. 2 locations to choose from. An appointment required in Scottsdale, 480-991-5626 or loan. Chandler, you can walk in, 480-705-5626 loan. For more information, biltmoreloan.com, or any of the items that maybe you might be interested in buying, go to biltmorelux.com.